In the name of Allah, the most gracious, most merciful. Hello everyone, this is Dr. Tariq Masood. Thank you very much for watching my videos and your wonderful support to make this channel a grand success. We are a partner and family. Please subscribe our channel if you haven't done so far. We as a team can work together to convert our challenges into opportunities and opportunities into success stories. These success stories can be monetized into value addition. Thank you very much for your precious time. Okay, so far we have discussed 7 lectures on Six Sigma lead management model, define, measure, analyze, improve and control mechanism. Today we are going to discuss lecture number 8. Before my lecture, I used to read a Quranic verse, Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa halal uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli Rabbi zidni ilma. Okay, from my next page, I'm going to run a complete trail on lecture number 8. Okay, lecture number 8. Before my lecture number 8, I'm going to start. I will give you highlights what I have discussed in lecture number 6 and 7. In lecture number 6, we have discussed a process owner, champion, master, black belt, green, yellow belts, and life of Six Sigma. In number 7, we have also discussed the process of define phase, a key deliverables, team-based roles, lean, Six Sigma roles and responsibilities. Okay, from my next slide, I'm going to give a key takeaway points from lecture number 8. Okay, takeaway points from lecture number 8. First, what is a project charter? Problem statement, project a charter sample or process sample. Okay, first we will give highlights on DMAIC and a process improvement roadmap. What is basically? Define, measure, analyze, improve, control mechanism and process improvement map. If you will start from left to right, first is define opportunities. So what is important basically in the first phase? Then second, a measure performance and how are we doing. Number 3, analyze opportunities. What is wrong we are doing. And number 4, improve performance and what needs to be done. And number 5th and last, control performance or sustainability. How do we guarantee a performance that is sustained or it will deliver the required results? That is how this road map demonstrate, define, measure, analyze, improve, control mechanism or integrate to each other in order to deliver the required results. Okay, in my earlier slide we have discussed DMAIC, define, measure, analyze, improve and control mechanisms. Now we are going to discuss what is a project charter. So the project charter locks down and clarifies several items in order to deliver required results. First, need to know the problem statement. What's the problem? That is first. Second, what is the project scope or project boundaries, where you can work and where you cannot. Then number 3, project matrix, primary and secondary matrix. And then we need to demonstrate a graphical display of project matrix. It's a positive, negative, how its deviation in order to demonstrate its deviations. Then standard of project informations. Then project belt, a process owner and names. Then a project start date and when it's supposed to finish. That's called the desired end date. Division or business unit, we need to explain or demonstrate. Then sporting master black belts mentor how he can work and how he can deliver. Then members who should participate in order to deliver the results. Basically, projects with charters have a greater probability of completing a successful project with charters tend to stay on a track and stay focused on their assigned problems. That's what the charter should demonstrate. Project with charter tends to have less scope creep as far as improvement is concerned. Okay, on my next slide, I'm going to give a sample how a project sample can be demonstrated. Okay, sample a process charter. First, we need to know business case purpose. What is the purpose? Opportunity statement, a business impact. Goal statement, success criteria. Project scope boundaries. Project plan activities, selection with responsibilities. Okay. First, what is the purpose? Business case. Improve the balance of operating profit. Very important. Number 2, meet operating earnings through cost reduction initiatives. Number 3, corporate initiatives to manage cost of poor quality. Number 4, institutionalize a best-in-class order to cash process cash flow. That is purpose of business case. What is the purpose of to develop or to establish a project charter? Then what is the impact on business? It has been estimated that average return cost $600 in processing cost in 2009, a total labor cost incurred $1.5 million. In North America, this resulted in frustrations internal and external customers. Cost to reduce returns cost by 70% would be about $110K, saving $450K for an ROI of $5.2 million. That is how the business case have the impact. And number 3, goal statement. What is the success criteria? Reduce the cost of processing return by 40%. This can be achieved by standardizations and automation of current process. The cost benefit in terms of reduced manual labor is estimated $200 per return and time frame 7 months and annual saving estimated $490K. Then number 4, what are the boundaries as far as the project scope is concerned? The process is executed differently in each operational area, with many efforts being performed due to several standalone cost incurred info system being used. Estimated per unit return cost is $600, and the 2018 a total labor cost incurred was $1.5 million in North America alone. This solution will target any operations and will deploy to other regions if successfully obtained or successfully implemented. That is the boundaries of the project scope. Now, number 5, you need to plan a project, activities, and set up the milestones. First, define phase, define the project, start date and end date, and what is the actual date it was completed. Number 2, measure phase. Then set a plan date for the measure and plan end date and actual end date of measure. Analyze, plan date, end date, and actual end date of analyzed. Performance, improve performance of the project, plan start date, plan end date, and actual end date. Number 5, control mechanisms, plan start date, plan end date, and actual end date. It should be mentioned in activities and set up the milestones. Next, team selection with responsibilities. First, you need to select a sponsor. That could be, for example, GM Syed, champion Dr. Fatima, team leader David Chris, team members of Bruce, Anna, Frank. So then need to understand or demonstrate their expertise. The sponsor is a senior vice president. Champion is manager, business managers. Team leader David Chris, business analyst. Team members Bruce, a project managers, Annie, business planner, and Frank, operations analyst. That are our team members and their responsibility as far as selection with responsibility of sample or process charter is concerned. Okay. Now we will identify next slide what the really project a charter should demonstrate. Okay. When we set a project charter, first we need to define the problem statement, then define the goal where you want to reach or success criteria, then define the stakeholder who has impact, then define the members as we discussed earlier slide, business case, the improvement, locked on the scope, and when locked on scope, what is and what is not, and scope, and then set a scheduled goal when you can achieve. That is how the project charter can be demonstrated or constituted. Now, starting point. What is the starting point? First, so what is the problem? First, we need to ask a few questions. Is the problem real, genuine? Number one. Number two, is it reoccurring or repeating this problem? Is a solution known or available? Is it has a significant impact on a system improvement? So number four, don't forget to ask another question to you: what is the cost of doing nothing? Number one, if you want to do, so what you want to do in order to deliver the results or to improve the business. Okay, now on my next slide I further shed a light on a problem statement. Okay, purely defined problems are a major cause of good projects that go bad. Remember. Number second, a poorly defined problem can preclude a good solution or can lock in bad ones. Then we need to understand poor problem statements are often vague, often too big, subject to scope creep, take too long, or not timely completed. Poor statements are often not quantified. How can you tell when you are done improve customer relations? That is important. Then, which is the worst? Fixing the wrong problem, number one, or fixing the problem wrongly? If we track our question, they are both equally wastes of time. And you know, time is money. So we need to understand whether we are fixing the wrong problem or fixing the problem wrongly. Okay, in my next slide, I'm going to further narrate a problem statement. So characteristics of a good problem statement. What are the characteristics? First, clear, concise, and not ambiguous. Number two, specific. Number three, not too large, quantified, and solution free. That are the 5 key elements must be part of characteristics of a good problem statement. Okay. So, what can further shed a light on a problem statement on my next slide here? Example of some bad problem statement. First, productivity is low. So what low compared to what? Maybe productivity is good enough. We don't have enough workstations, number one. Number two, It takes too long for a computer job to run. This may be true, but how much too long? What is the cost of delays? Are the performance issues transient? Do problems come and go, or is it a persistent problem? That is, we have to again narrated it by over here in a red color. The computer is too low, we need a faster computer, for example. That is a symptoms or problem. What problem does the slow speed cause? Missed work, cancelled orders, overtime, etc. That could be the reason. You can always improve anything, but is the improvement worth the effort? That's important. We need to understand. As mentioned here, you can always improve anything, but is the improvement worth the efforts? Okay. Example of the good problem statement. Based on a recent customer survey, we found that 25% of our loan application fail to reach the final approval because customer back out due to excessive cycle times. The cost associated with the cancellation of loan application is approximately 1.2 million per year in non-value added efforts. Okay, then we can further narrate it. Based on the recent customer survey, we found 25% of our loan application failed to reach final approval because customers but wait, where did this data come from? The project hasn't started. Where did these numbers come from? So these figure we can work on it to identify how to identify the good or problem statements. Okay, now today we have discussed what is the problem project charter, sample a project charter, starting point and problem statement. So on my next slide, I'm going to demonstrate what would be my plan to demonstrate on next lectures with continuations of project charter. Thank you very much for your precious time. Discuss a flip chart activities. We will show a one business case example, business case templates, business case exercise, financial evaluations, benefit calculation templates. We will discuss a 7 item in my next lecture. Thank you very much for your efforts and your contribution to make this channel a grand success. Please send me your feedback and comments t.masood.dr@bath.edu. Please stay at home, stay safe, inspired, and stay blessed. Thank you very much again for your precious time.